up, YouTube? I'm back with another video. As promised, I'm taking you along my loan signing agent journey. Today we're talking business systems. LLC, EIN, do you need those to get started? How do you even get paid? I'm gonna break it all down for you today. All right, so let me start this video by saying, disclaimer, I'm not a tax advisor, I'm not a tax professional, I am not a lawyer, and everything in this video is my own personal experience. And I suggest before you do anything, talk to your own CPA, talk to your own tax advisor, talk to a lawyer in your area. Many of them are gonna do phone consultations for free, so you can get an idea of what direction you should go. I've also been hesitant to make this video because I just have a feeling on something I'm gonna maybe misspeak or say something wrong and someone's gonna come for me in my comments. So please have grace with me. I am so new to this and I'm just sharing my own personal experience. All right, now that we got that disclaimer out of the way, let's move on. So when you get started, you don't need anything. I did not have a business card. I did not have an LLC. I did not have an EIN. I did not have a separate bank account. I did not have, a business credit card. I did not have a website. And many of those things I still don't have to this day. So don't overthink it. If you're waiting to get started until you have all these things in place, because you can just get started if that's what you want to do. Like I said, consult a tax professional, but just know that none of these things have to be in place in order to be a loan signing agent. So first, let's talk about how you get paid, because this is a question that I get frequently. So when you sign up on signing service platforms or with individual signing services, they are going to ask you to fill out a W-9. Now, on that W-9, you're gonna fill out your personal information just like you would for a normal job, right? And then when it comes to January, they're gonna give you your tax form to file your taxes. So there's two ways that you could do this. Is you could put your social security number on those W-9 forms, which is what I did. So I wasn't really concerned and I didn't really have any direction of what else to do. So I went ahead, just did my social security number, and every W-9 that I've worked, that I've entered into signing services is all under my name and my social security number. You can also go on the IRS's website and file for an EIN. You do not need an LLC to get an EIN. You can get an EIN for free and link it back to your own personal social security number so that you don't have to put your social security number on all of those forms and send them out everywhere. And then when it comes to tax time and they send you those tax forms, essentially what you would do is just take those forms and file it under your own personal income taxes. Typically, when you sign up to work for signing services, they'll let you know what their payment preference is. So some of them pay within the week, some of them pay same day. Most of them pay net 30, some take longer than that, and those are the ones I do not work for. In regards to how they pay, personally, I've never had a direct deposit, although I know the platform SnapDocs does allow you to put your account information for direct deposit, but every signing service that I've worked for has given me either a paper check in the mail and sent it to my home, or they've given me an e-check, and that comes through your email. You have to log into a platform and create an account, and then you can access that check, you print it out, and you can just put it in your personal bank account. If you follow me on Instagram, I've talked about how I'm going to be outsourcing bookkeeping, and then I also hired a CPA. I talked to two different CPAs on the phone, and the one I decided to hire is one that came highly recommended to me by my best friend. I'll be driving over an hour to go see him, but he specializes in small businesses, and once I started telling him what I was doing, he was like, I did stuff like this in college, so I'm super familiar. And I was like, yes, you are the one I am hiring. So I am going to be working with him. His office also does bookkeeping. So disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. This is for my unique situation, okay? This is just for me. Please do your own research and talk to tax advisors and CPAs in your area or lawyers, whatever, because I don't want this to be taken as the direction you should take, because every situation is unique. So my CPA that I have hired, he told me to file for an LLC, get an EIN number, and come tax time for 2021 to do my 2021 taxes next year, I am going to be filing as an S Corp. Okay, so let me break down LLC and S Corp, and because I don't want anybody coming for me in my comments, I am going to read directly from LegalZoom what the difference of these two LLC and S Corp are. So let me say this, having an LLC has no tax benefits, okay? An LLC is just an entity. It's a disregarded entity when you file your taxes. So S Corps, and this is directly from LegalZoom, I'm gonna put it up on the screen so you guys even know. S corporations and LLCs are often a source of confusion since they refer to different aspects of a business but are often discussed together. An LLC is a type of business entity, while an S Corp is a tax classification. So this means that you guys can't go on the IRS website, or excuse me, the Corporation Commission's website and file for an S Corp. You either have to be an LLC or you have to be a corporation. You have to file for those two things in order to have a tax classification of an S Corp, okay? Hope that's all making sense. Again, reading this directly from LegalZoom, so don't come for me in my comments. For tax purposes, a major difference between an LLC and an S Corp is that the owners who work in an S Corp can be company employees, while LLC owners are considered self-employed. So self-employed LLC owners pay income tax and self-employment tax, which includes Medicare and Social Security. I believe it's 15.3%. And they pay taxes on their entire share of the company profits. While S Corp owners, employees, may pay themselves a reasonable salary for the work they do. They'll pay Medicare and Social Security taxes on that salary. Additional profits are allocated to the owners as distributions, and those aren't subject to self-employment tax. So what my CPA advised is for me to form an LLC, be taxed as an S Corp, and pay myself. And what I pay myself is the only part of my income that gets that self-employment tax. Now, you can't pay yourself $0 or $5. It has to be a reasonable salary. So you do have to work with your CPA and your tax advisor to figure out what would be a reasonable salary for you to pay yourself through the business account. And that brings up another good point. He also recommended that once I form my LLC and I get my EIN number, that I open up a business bank account. And everything that I pay expense-wise comes from that account, and all of my income goes into that account. The reason that he asked me to do this is because his office will be doing the bookkeeping for my business, and it's just easier for them to access. I don't want them going through all of my personal records all the time, so they can just do the business bookkeeping by keeping that in a separate bank account. So just to wrap this all up, an LLC is an entity. It's a business structure. An S Corp is an elected tax status. Your tax professional can help you file those papers so that you can file as an S Corp, but you do have to have an LLC or a corporation filed and ready for them to file as an S Corp. You cannot be a sole proprietor without an LLC or some kind of business entity before filing as an S Corp. So I hope that makes sense to everybody, and I hope that answers some of your questions. I'm going to be doing videos like this coming up in this month and next month as I'm forming this business structure. Right now, I can't even get on the IRS website for an EIN isn't even working. So I don't even have my EIN yet, which means I can't open my Chase banking account. So as I move forward in this process, I will keep you guys updated. Make sure you guys are getting referrals for tax advisors in your area or a CPA. Ask around. I posted on Instagram and got referrals that way. And then again, like I said, I did end up using my best friend's accountant. And so make sure you guys are getting referrals, and then make sure you guys are calling them and doing that free phone consultation. Almost every single one of them is going to talk to you about your unique situation for free and just kind of point you in the direction. Don't do exactly what I'm doing because it might not be good for your unique situation. So that is my word of advice for you. Go ahead, do your own research and get on those phone consultations with professionals in your area. If you guys like this type of content, please go ahead, like and subscribe to my channel because there's going to be much more of this coming up in 2021 as I continue to grow and structure my business. I know some of you asked about healthcare. I am working on that and I have content coming for that. So if you guys don't want to miss it, make sure you guys subscribe and hit that notification bell so you guys never miss an upload. I love you guys. I hope January is off to an amazing start and I can't wait to see how your business is progressing. If you guys are working on goals or maybe you have a word for the year, would you go ahead and let me know what is your word for 2021? Mine is fearless. I am pushing past fear because starting your own business and being self-employed, especially when you have no one else to rely on, is terrifying, but I'm pushing past the fear and my word for 2021 is fearless. So what is yours? Hope you guys have a great rest of your week and I will talk to you next Sunday.